Today, Friday, the 11th of April 2025, we have some hand-picked match prediction to share with you, which of course will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to have access to our hand-pick events, which we just share to members only, especially our finest pick in terms of goal probability, straight wins, and corner kick event, with which ought to take your winning to the next height, then of course you want to make sure to join the Level 2 Pro membership package plan or the Level 3 master plan to have access to these features to take your winning to the next level. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. So without wasting time, I'm going to proceed with the first game of our today's list. But before we proceed, I have a quick announcement to make. If you come here to the front page of our channel here, in this section titled as the Home tab, you're going to see that we provide match prediction to members only in terms of our upcoming events we share to members only, corner kick events, and our top-notch match prediction tutorial classes, which you can take advantage of it and start to move your winning to the next level. For example, if you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan, you also have access to our top-notch match prediction picks as well as Level 2 Pro classes so that you can have access to the live corner kick match prediction strategy we give to members only. Also, you have access to the simple trick to make consistent win step by step, followed by a never seen match prediction strategy that will amaze you, straight win and comeback bet strategy that you have never seen before, the tactical straight win and 2.5 goal strategy you can use for your own advantage, as well as 99% win rate strategy you can use to make consistent win. Once you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan, you're also going to have access to all these Level 2 Pro classes, which you can take advantage of it and start to make consistent win. But if you become a member of the Level 3 Master, you will have access to even more match prediction tutorial classes titled as Level 3 Master Class. This will give you access to the excellent corner kick strategy revealed to members only, the top secret AI tool for goals, match picks, and straight win probability, the match prediction corner kick strategy, which reveal the top secret site and how we find corner kick events for you, 6 amazing AI tools you can use, home and away win match prediction strategy step by step, and a 2.5 goal strategy you can use to beat the bookies and win even more. So once you become a member of the Level 3 Master, you have access to masterclass tutorials all in one place to start taking your winning to the next height once you implement the master strategy. So that being said, these are all what you get once you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan or the Level 3 Master plan that also give you access to all our Masterclass and Pro class tutorials as well as our hand-picked events we share to members only. So without wasting time, let's look at the first game of our today's list. Looking at the first game, we are looking at Ukraine in the U19. We are looking at Dynamo Kyiv U19 with Kryvbas U19. Of course, Dynamo Kyiv, the away team have proved to be very good and impressive in recent events they have had. Looking at the first event, we are looking at Ukraine in the U19 league. We are looking at Kryvbas against Dynamo Kyiv. In this event, Dynamo Kyiv have recently proved to be very offensive, scoring 2, 4, and 3 goals in recent events they have had. But looking at that of the home team, they have proved to concede very much with a very weak defensive line. The defensive strength is not very good. And of course, looking at these performance standing in terms of the comparison by the home and away strength performances, the way Dynamo Kyiv have proved to be better in terms of strength. They sit on the second place. They've had 5 games at away with 4 wins and 1 draw. That's a very good offensive strength, scoring 12 and conceding 2. Good offense and defense. But if we look at that of the home, they have proved that the defensive line, even though they're at home, is not very good. They sit right on the 10th place. They've had 5 games at home, just 1 win, having a 2 draw and 2 loss, scoring 11 and conceding 11. Of course, this gives the advantage of the away team to take advantage of the weak defense of the home to score, as well as the strong defense and offense of the away to lead. So we are looking at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, we are looking at the possibility of at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time as one of the major picks, as well as the possibility of the away to lead in full time. This is our major pick for this particular event. 1.5 goal in full time. 2, at least the possibility of the away team to lead. This is our major pick for this event. Looking at the next, we looked at Malta in the Premier League. We are looking at Hibernians against Naxxar. For this event, the home team Hibernians have proved to be very good, scoring 3 against Melita, having a draw with Balzan, and also recently they had a game with Naxxar, this very team they are going to play with, and they had a total of 5 goals were scored between them. If we look at that of Naxxar, in the recent event they've had, the defensive line proved to be very conceding, given the opportunity of goals to occur here. Comparing the stands in terms of the form by the recent gameplay they've had, the home team have proved that they have a good strength and that they have had 5 games played, winning 3, 8 goals scored, and 6 conceded. The defense is not very tight. Same way, if you look at that of Naxxar, on the other hand, they have proved that their defense is also not very tight. And now, looking at the defensive line of the away team, you're going to see that if defense is not very tight, they have considered 12 goals in 5 games played, to show that both of the two sides will cause more shots on and off target. As a result, we're expecting 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular gameplay, both of the two side defense are not very tight. As a result, there will be more shots on and off target, resulting to at least the possibility of 1.5 go in full time or 2 goals over is our major pick for this gameplay. Just as the first head-to-head, which they just recently met, resulting to 5 goals, we still look at goal probability of 1.5 goals or 2 goals over. In the next, we looked at Germany in the Oberliga Hamburg. We are looking at Harksheide against Suderelbe. Suderelbe, the way have proved to be very good in the recent gameplay they have had, scoring 2, 2, and 7, and 3 in the recent event they have just had, with a high scoring capacity, that of the home. In the recent gameplay they have had proved that they concede very much with a weak defensive line, and looking at the strength performance comparison in terms of the form by the home and away, the away team Suderelbe have proved that in terms of the performance of the away, they proved to sit on the 4th position. They have had 5 games at away with 3 wins, drawing 1 and having 1 lose, scoring 14 and conceding 12. That's a good striking rate. The defense is also not very tight. But if we look at that of the home in terms of the recent event they've had, you're going to see that the defensive line of the home also is very weak, and of course giving probability of goals to occur here. They've had 5 games at home with no wins, conceding up to 11. We are looking there for 2 major picks in full time. For this particular event, the possibility of goals, at least 1.5 goal is what we expect, as well as the away team to take upper hand of the weak defense of the home to lead. So 2 major pick here. 1, 1.5 goal in full time. 2, so the Rebel, the away to lead as the next major pick in this event in full time. Looking at the next, we looked here in the Bosnia and Herzegovina. We are looking at Borac Banja Luka playing with Sloboda in this event. The home Borac have proved to be good, scoring 1, 2, and 3 in the recent event they've had. That of Sloboda, on the other hand, just proved that the defense is very weak with a high conceding strength power. Comparing the stands performance by the form of the home and away, the home have proved that they sit here in the 2nd place. They've had 5 games played recently at home with 4 leads, and they have scored 10, conceding 1. That's a good offense and defense. If we look at that of its opponent, on the other hand, the defensive line have proved to be in the last place, conceding 13 goals in 5 games played. They've had 5 games at home, no win, scoring just 2, conceding up to 13, giving advantage for the home to take advantage of the weak defense of the away. As a result, we look at 2 major picks in full time. For this particular event, we look at the home to be the favorite to take advantage of the weak defense of the away to lead as one of the major picks. And we also want to look at least 1.5 goal in full time due to the weak defense of the away side. These are our 2 major picks. 1, the home to lead. 2, at least 1.5 goals in. Looking at the next, we looked at Germany in the Oberliga Mitte. We're looking at Wegberg-Beeck against Bonn-Endenich. In this event, the performance of the home Wegberg have proved to score at least 2 goals, 1 goal, and 3 goals in each event they have had. But that of Bonn, on the other hand, have proved that the defensive line is just very weak. They had a game against Hennef that had a very huge loss. Against Perth, a very huge loss as well. Of course, the defensive line is not very good. Looking at Wegberg performance by the form of the recent event they've had, they prove that they are in the better place. Sitting on the first here, they are the one leading this table. They've had 5 games played at home recently, all the 5 wins, scoring 11 and conceding 3. But if you look at that of its opponent on the away side, you're going to see the defense is not very, very good. They are very poor in the defensive line, conceding 14 goals in 5 games played. And out of the 5 events played at away, they've had just 1 win, giving advantage for the home to take advantage of the weak defense of the away and therefore want to look at two major picks here in full time. For this particular event, we look at the home to take advantage of the weak defense of the away to lead as one of the major pick, as well as the possibility of at least 1.5 goal to occur in full time since the defensive line of the away is very weak. These are our two major picks for this particular game play. Looking at the next, we looked at quarter in the Star League. We're looking at Wakra against Al-Gharafa. In this event, of course, the performance of Gharafa in the recent events they have had by the game played have proved to score 3 goals, 1 goal, and 2 goals in each event. And looking at that of its opponent, on the other hand, they do also concede very much, but they also score at least 1 goal, conceding 4, scoring 2, and both of the two sides are good at scoring. Of course, the head-to-head which they had not very far ago resulted to 6 goals between the two. They are coming again for this competition, and of course, both of the two sides will still want to impress. Looking at the form comparison by the home and the way, the home team have proved that, of course, they sit here in the 10th position. They have conceded 12 goals in 5 game play to prove that the defense is not very tight. If we look same way at that of the opponent as well, Gharafa, on the other hand, the offense is strengthened, but the defense is also not very tight. As a result, both of the two sides want to impress, causing more shoot on and off target, and therefore want to look at two major picks here in full time. Of the head-to-head, they recently had not very far ago resulted to many goals between the two. This time, they will still want to impress, causing shoot on and off target to be more. Therefore, at least 1.5 goal is the possibility to want to look at for this event in full time. Looking at the next, we look at the quarter Star League. This time, Al-Sadd against Khor. In this event, Al-Sadd, the home, have proved to be very offensive, scoring 3, 3, and 2 in recent events they have had. Its opponent, on the other hand, have proved to concede very much with a weak defensive line. And looking at the strength in terms of the form by the home and away, the performance of the home by the recent event they have had, Al-Sadd have proved to sit here in the first place. They've had 5 games at home with 4 leads, scoring 8, conceding 2. That's a good offense and defense. But that of its opponent, on the other hand, in terms of the recent event they have had, have proved that the defensive line is not good. They are in the last place, conceding up to 12 goals in 5 games played, to prove that the home will take advantage of this weak defense. As a result, we want to look at two major picks here in full time. For this particular event, we look at the home to lead as one of the major pick, as well as at least the possibility of 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time is our next major pick for this particular event we look at. Looking at the next, we still looked at quarter in the Star League. This time, Al-Duhail with Al-Arabi. Al-Arabi, on the other hand, have proved that the offensive line is not very open. That is, the defense is also conceding. And looking at that of the home, they are also conceding very much and also scoring very much. This time, the two are coming to meet for this tournament gameplay. And the form comparison of both sides, especially that of the home, as that of the away, the home Al-Duhail have proved that the offense is good. They've had 5 games at home with 4 leads, 12 goals scored, 8 conceded. Offense is good, defense is poor. If we look at that of its opponent, on the other hand, we are also going to see that the seat here in the 10th place, offense is also good, defense is not very poor, is very poor. As a result, both sides will impress, more shots on and off target, and we want to look at two major picks in full time. For this event game played, both of the two sides have proved to have good offenses and the defense are not tight. Therefore, more shots on and off target resulting to the possibility of at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. And to those of you who want to have access to our finest handpick event, which we share to members only in terms of goal probability and as well as game prediction for corner kicks, then of course you want to make sure to join the Level 2 Pro membership package plan or Level 3 Master to have access to these features. So if you are a member, you want to make sure to go to check members only match prediction picks, which we have also released for today, Friday. Just go and check that out. Make your picks based on the event we have given you with huge odds to take your winning to the next height. And to those of you who want to join also as a member to have access to this benefit, then you want to make sure to check the link below this video to join as well to have access to these features to take your winning to the next level. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye bye for now.